Good morning, guys. So it's a check-in Monday. I'm here eating some cream of wheat out of my plastic storage bowl because it's honestly the best bowl for it. I actually put protein powder in with the cream of wheat. It's just something I've been experimenting with. It does give the cream of wheat a slightly more grainy taste, so it doesn't taste like as cream of wheaty. Is that even a word when I add the protein powder to it? But it looks like cream of wheat and it tastes honestly just fine. So I'm going to finish off this cream of wheat. And you guys are just going to see a short clip of what I posted on Instagram about my weigh-in this week. Guess what? Your girl is in the 270s. So yay, I've lost weight. I've broken into the 270s and I intend to stay there. I'm not playing games. And the main factor that seems to have played into my success this week is my focus on calorie control. Now, I wasn't perfect by any means. I actually failed a couple of times this week, but I did pretty much stick to the goal of staying under 1,800 calories, and my measurement of success from day to day was based on 1,800 calories. Now, on Monday, I'll admit, the day got away from me and I ordered some cheap food for pickup, and when I looked up the calories for what I had eaten, I'd broken the 1,800 calorie rule. Knowing this happened, I made sure the rest of the week made up for it. I was never hungry before people get overexcited about that, and I admit Saturday was a little bit heavy, but not as bad as Monday. And every other day of the week, I stuck with trying to stay between 1,600 and 1,800 calories, showing me that the cumulative effect really does matter. It's not just about what you do in a day, it's how it all adds up in the end. And right now, my measurement of in the end is a weekly review. Now let's talk about steps. I was not as good on steps this week as I was last week. Now, I do consider steps a part of exercise, but they are kind of their own thing. I'm still searching for a balance between having enough time for all the work-related things that involve sitting on my butt, like editing the video you're watching now. Also, there's times I need to move the van so that I'm not in one place too long, especially while I'm sort of chilling out in the city right now. I'm really keen to go out to a campsite where I can stay for a couple of days, but the closest one is still kind of far away, so I don't really feel in a good place to do that right now with all the other stuff I need to get done. And finding a balance between all this and getting out enough to walk is just kind of challenging, and I definitely have not had time with sort of the other things I need to do to like drive somewhere to go on like a significant hike or anything. I'm just too caught up in things that have this day-to-day sort of to-do list element to it. So it's like wherever I am has to be the place I'm walking. I can't really go somewhere to walk because the time involved to do that would take away from time for other things. But I will say, last week I managed it far more days than I did this week, so I mostly put this in the do better next week pile, as I know I'm capable of making it happen when I really put energy into it. Exercise videos. As much as people criticize me for this one, and it's well-intentioned criticizing, a lot of it actually is in reference to what I just talked about. Like, just get out and walk, Dawn. Just walk. Not realizing my commitment to, like, doing walks nowhere. I mean, it's different when I have to walk somewhere. Like, I intentionally park far away from stores. I intentionally, like, try to make the distance between where I want to go and any factor I have control of more difficult. But I'm just not casually running into a lot of those situations, so I almost have to falsify and create them. Whereas my exercise videos, they're an assignment. And it's something about fulfilling that assignment that just works for my brain. So sort of being loyal to those are a little bit easier actually than meeting my step goal. So the Garmin fitness app, Connect is what it's called, has this thing called intensity minutes. And the app creates these intensity minutes based on your goals, your weight, and basically all the information that you put in the app. I haven't really been making these intensity minutes in the past weeks, and this week I killed it, more than doubling the intensity minutes goal that was set in the app. Weight training continues, and this week I did it on Monday, Thursday, and Sunday. On Monday, I added in doing a little bit of abs on the fitness ball. On Thursday, I added in ab jam, which is a mix of cardio and ab work. And on Sunday, I threw in HIIT 15 because the idea of getting on the ground and doing ab exercises where I was located at the time was entirely unappealing, but I still wanted to throw in that extra workout that I had scheduled. On Tuesday, I did a cardio video that was around 40 minutes long. Wednesday, I did a 25-minute HIIT video that I squeezed in that night. And Friday, I repeated the same video I did on Tuesday. Saturday's exercise ended up happening on Sunday because my trip to the mechanic happened on Saturday, and it just made sense to make Saturday the day off and shift the Saturday plan to Sunday just so I wasn't killing myself trying to find a place to exercise.
All right, so you guys now have seen how basically this past week went. It wasn't perfect, but it wasn't a failure either. I mean, I lost weight, which was the goal. I still do want to keep trying to get those 10,000 steps a day in. I just think it'll be hugely beneficial because I do so much YouTube now. It's very easy to sit on my butt for hours. Some of that is catching up with emails. Some of that is catching up with private messages on Instagram. Some of it is getting back to people about product reviews. Like, it's not all editing and uploading to YouTube. It's just a bunch of stuff sitting on my butt involving a computer. And I'm not complaining because my lifestyle has allowed me to use this small amount of money. Like, most people could not be full-time on YouTube at what I'm making right now. But because my cost of living is so low, I can make it work. What I live on is not reasonable for most people. I've just gotten used to making it work, and since I really didn't see a future where I was going to make a lot of money really quickly, like, I just didn't have a lot of the tools. What I focused on instead was making life cheaper as opposed to making more money. Now, there has been some more money, but it's worked in tandem with making life cheaper. But even still, like I said, I already know most people could not live full-time off YouTube on what I make, especially if they have families, especially if there are sort of bigger things they need to take care of than I take care of. I mean, honestly, there are things I should have that I don't have. Because I'm like, I can't afford it, so I just won't have it. But, you know, I make it work, but making it work means a lot of work that involves sitting on my butt. It doesn't involve moving around. It doesn't involve doing things. If I even just look at the amount of time I exercise per week versus how much of it ends up in a video like this one, it's very, very imbalanced. As far as, like, I don't even know what to say. The point is, what I'm doing right now involves a lot of sitting on my butt. More sitting on my butt than moving around. But for every amount of time I spend moving around recording something, I'm going to spend more time sitting on my butt turning it into a video. I'm going to spend more time, sitting, scrolling through messages, trying to get back to people. I'm going to spend more time, researching all the things I don't understand. So what I really try to do in the morning is what I'm doing now. And that's just to get out and get some early morning steps in before I get too trapped on my butt, which is an easy thing that can happen. Now, sometimes I'm doing a project, and recording that project takes all day, which will keep me on my feet all day. But editing that project also takes all day, and that's going to be sitting on my butt all day. So it's like finding the balance, squeezing in the exercise, squeezing in the steps, and on top of the things that you plan to happen, that are happening, you're also trying to account for the things you don't expect, like the check engine light that came on, or unfortunately somebody spray painting the side of my van, which I will talk about in a different video, because that was one of the things that threw off life this week. And we'll just take life as it goes. Hopefully next week will be as successful as this week. I'll see you in the next video.
Hello, my YouTube friends. Time for that reminder that YouTube loves a popular YouTuber, and the more popular you are, the more you get recommended to other people. So if you could just hit that like button and leave a little comment to let me know how you felt about the video, it will all help the channel, and help the channel as much as all the lovely names that are scrolling by right now, who I am so grateful for. They have all decided to contribute a little bit of extra on Patreon and YouTube memberships to this channel's continued survival, and things would be much, much harder without them. And I appreciate every single one.